What's happening, guys? It's Tuesday, September the 20th. Classic Chris here with an episode of Wrestling Talk. And today we are talking about how the WWE ruined Curtis Axel. Curtis Axel is a third-generation superstar. He is the grandson of Larry the Axe Hennig, the son of Mr. Perfect Curt Hennig, two-time Intercontinental Champion, Hall of Famer, hands down one of my favorite wrestlers of all time. He's in my top 10. Always loved watching Curt Hennig. If it was AWA, WCW, WWF, it didn't matter because it was Mr. Perfect. That guy was fucking awesome. Big fan of Curt Hennig. And his son was almost just as good as his father. A lot of potential there. And the way the WWE used him is ridiculous. Bret Hart even put over in his Sharpshooter podcast how disgusted he was with how they used Axel. It's ridiculous. When he made the scene as Michael McGillicuddy, stupid. Right away, you should have went with the Curtis Axel thing. The grandson, like I said, of Larry the Axe, the son of Mr. Perfect, third generation. You did that with Orton. You did that with Cody Rhodes. He's the son of Dusty. You know what I'm talking about. But they didn't do that with Curtis Axel right from the start. That's just stupid. But that aside, as Curtis Axel gets two big wins, one over Triple H, another one over John Cena. Yeah, John Cena. I know I'm not a big John Cena fan, but if you get a win on him, that's pretty big. He's a former Intercontinental Champion. He was a Paul Heyman guy, and that was getting over. Him with Paul Heyman was awesome. The way they played off each other was great, but one thing happened. CM Punk. Him and Paul Heyman break up. All of a sudden you get Curtis Axel putting CM Punk over left and right. It was ridiculous. It completely almost tarnished his Intercontinental title run. It made him almost look like a jobber. It was ridiculous. This was a Paul Heyman guy. The fans liked him. He's the son of Curt Hennig, and this is how you treat him? It's ridiculous. Then, after he's no longer a Paul Heyman guy, you team him with Ryback. They become Rybaxel. And, again, if they would have actually had a decent run in the tag division, it would have been good because they played off each other. Well, the times when they did commentary together, Curtis Axel and Ryback, they were entertaining. They were funny. I enjoyed them. Curtis Axel is just as much of the showman as his father. His ring ability isn't quite as good as his father's, but it's getting there. Like, he's really good. I'm a big Curtis Axel fan. But after Rybaxel, you put him in the social outcast? If anything, you just bring him back in, have him, like, I don't know, just do something better than what the social outcast. That was ridiculous. And now, he was the last guy drafted in the draft. Heath Slater, who wasn't drafted at all, had a bigger storyline than Curtis Axel. I haven't seen Curtis Axel since the premiere episode of Monday Night Raw that they just did, like, for the new era. It's ridiculous. I'm a big fan of Axel, and I do not like how the WWE is treating him. He is such a great talent. He's entertaining, and it just seems like he'd be a better fit on maybe SmackDown, NXT, but you know what? Just let him go. Let him go to TNA. He can be Curt Hennig Jr. if he wants. He'll get a better run there because, you want to know why? WWE fucked up with a lot of their talent. Like, remember Drew McIntyre, who is now in TNA as Drew Galloway, a badass guy that loves to fight, loves to drink, kicks the shit out of people. He's a badass now. Something that the WWE didn't make him do. No, they made him part of three-man band. Something that they did with Axel, like, let's make him social outcast. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, it's such a travesty to see what they did with Curtis Axel because I'm a big fan of his. And it just pisses me off how the WWE just ruined this guy. It's disgusting. And I want to know, guys, what do you think? Are you a Curtis Axel fan? Do you think the WWE is treating him right? Or how would you book Curtis Axel? Because I would put him in a better role. Like, maybe get him, like he's going to be mid-card. We already know that because the main event is fucking Roman Reigns right now and Seth Rollins, and there's nothing wrong with that. But we can have Curtis Axel in the mid-card and actually have a decent role. Just saying, I want to know, what do you think? Leave a comment with your thoughts. Like the video, subscribe. Remember, keep watching Wrestling Talk with Classic Chris. And don't forget to check out the YouTube channel for Classic Chris, your home for everything wrestling talk, plus matches I call from Crossfire and Conflict Wrestling.